Hello friends, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are doing another one of my Moonwood Mill Towny Creates. This series sort of thing is for my werewolf current household called the Volkov Legacy. I have a few videos on it and I plan to do a lot more now that I'm kind of building up the save file with buildings and new townies and just kind of fleshing out the lore so that when I play it can kind of feel like its own little world in Moonwood Mill. So very excited about that. For these Towny Create videos, I just like to kind of give a story of the lore surrounding the family. So these Sims, Raven and Cedric Lunic, they are related to Greg, which is the werewolf hermit that lives out in the woods. So here is the lore that I have created for them. After a mysterious illness took hold of Greg, he began experiencing uncontrollable outbursts of rage and territorial wolf-like behavior, far more violent and extreme than any typical werewolf rampage. His attacks became indiscriminate, targeting anyone in his path, including his own family. What made it even more terrifying was that Greg never remembered any of it afterwards. These episodes began shortly after a mission to Strangerville, where Greg had been sent to locate and assist a few lone wolves in the area. During the outreach operation, he encountered hostile military personnel who seemed to know more about Greg than they let on. Following a series of tense confrontations that ultimately compromised the mission, Greg returned to Moonwood Mill, but something had changed. He brought back with him a volatile new version of himself, plagued by memory gaps and increasingly dangerous blackouts. At first, Greg tried to resume his life and ignore the symptoms, but everything changed the night he accidentally injured his daughter, Raven. Devastated by what he had done, Greg realized he was too much of a threat to stay. He isolated himself in a trailer deep within the woods, surrounding it with fences and warning signs to deter anyone from coming near, for their safety and his own. He left 23-year-old Raven alone to care for her kid brother, Cedric, making her promise to keep him out of whatever this was. Determined to save her father and reunite their family, Raven threw herself into research. When she wasn't looking after Cedric, she was studying relentlessly, even managing to land an internship at Future Sim Labs, mainly so she could sneak in after hours to run tests. She also connected with a small, secretive chat room of people from Strangerville who were investigating the town's strange happenings. Through this network, she became close with Erwin Prees, a passionate conspiracy theorist dedicated to exposing the military's secret operations and uncovering the truth behind Strangerville's mysteries. Raven has worked hard to shield Cedric from the dangers and uncertainty. She tells him their father is away on a lone wolf outreach mission in Selva Dorada, but what she doesn't realize is that Cedric already knows the truth. A tech prodigy, Cedric managed to hack into Raven's encrypted files and discovered everything she had been hiding. Despite this, he keeps this knowledge to himself, not wanting to disrupt the seemingly normal childhood she tried so hard to give him, the life their father wanted him to have. Will Raven find a cure for their father and bring him home? Only time will tell. So that is the lore for this family. I kind of based the whole Greg situation off of Zootopia, where there's this drug that is making all of the predators go wild. So that's kind of what I'm thinking that the military has done to Greg, to either try to detract from what they're doing over in Strangerville with this secret military operation thing, or they're trying to instill some kind of fear in the werewolf population. I don't really know. I didn't think that too far ahead, honestly, but that is kind of what I was thinking as I was creating it. But I really enjoyed tying in other worlds and packs into Moonwood Mill. Even though I want to keep it relatively enclosed, I think that it adds a lot of intrigue and interest. And I feel like now I want to go like help Greg and befriend him, because before I was really just kind of ignoring him, and I don't think I've even seen him in my game before. So now that I have these townies, like, maybe I want to go and meet him. And also, of course, having Cedric, another kid in the town for my Sims' children to befriend, is always really nice. But I'm very interested to hear what you have to say about either this family or ideas that you have for any future families to put into my Moonwood Mill save file. And also feel free to like use this backstory for whatever purpose you want, if it inspires you at all. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I think that's all that I have to say. I really like these videos because they're pretty short, but they're super fun to create and a lot more, I would say, creative than some of my other videos, because I do really love to create lore and backstories for characters, especially my Sims that I play. I just think that's so much fun. So I will definitely be making more. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you are new, consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video. I hope that you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!